Thinking about applying for a U.S. waiver on your own? Let's explore the pros and cons. I'm Dan Joffe, dedicated U.S. waiver lawyer at NextLaw. In this video, you're going to learn the 5 crucial things about applying for a U.S. entry waiver on your own. First, the realities of do-it-yourself U.S. waivers. Second, why your first waiver could make or break all future applications. Third, the hidden advantages of hiring a lawyer for your waiver. 4, the costly mistakes that could haunt your U.S. travel plans forever. And 5, the secret tool that could fast-track your U.S. waiver application for approval. By the end of this video, you'll clearly understand whether you should tackle your U.S. entry waiver application yourself or seek professional legal help. Before we begin, please give this video a quick thumbs up. It helps me create more content like this. Let's get started. 1, the realities of do-it-yourself U.S. entry waivers. Let's address the big question right away. Can you actually apply for a U.S. waiver yourself? The short answer is yes, you absolutely can. There's no legal requirement to hire a lawyer like me or a service company to prepare your U.S. waiver. In fact, the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency, they provide instructions on their website for completing Form I-192, which is your waiver application. But here's the reality. Just because you can do something yourself doesn't mean you should. Consider this analogy. You're legally allowed to represent yourself in court, but would you really want to do it if your future was on the line? The same principle applies to U.S. waivers. 2, why your first U.S. waiver could make or break all future applications. Now, let me explain why your very first U.S. waiver application is so crucial. It's like laying the foundation for a house. If you get it right, everything else becomes easier. U.S. entry waivers aren't permanent. They're typically last from 1 to 5 years. After that, you need to apply again and again for the rest of your life. Here's the key. Once you get your first waiver application accepted, you've essentially created a blueprint for all future applications. Most of the hard work is already done. As long as you follow this blueprint in future applications, you're much more likely to get approved again and again. This means that investing in getting your first U.S. waiver application right can save you thousands of dollars in legal fees for future waiver applications. 3, the hidden advantages of hiring a lawyer for your U.S. waiver. So why consider hiring a lawyer like myself for your first waiver application? It's all about maximizing your chances of success, getting that all-important peace of mind, and setting yourself up for long-term savings. Think about it this way. Filling out a form isn't the hard part. Anyone can do it. The real challenge lies in preparing things like your personal statement, proving you've been rehabilitated, showing you pose no risk to the United States. These are subjective elements that need careful crafting. An experienced lawyer understands the framework through which the review office analyzes your application. We know how to prepare your case in the most favorable light, increasing your chances of approval. And here's the hidden advantage. If you get it right the first time with professional legal help, you likely won't need a lawyer for future applications. You'll have a proven, successful template to follow, potentially saving you thousands of dollars in the long run. 4, the costly mistakes that could haunt your U.S. travel plans forever. Now, let's talk about the risks of making mistakes. Here's the harsh truth. Once you submit your U.S. entry waiver application, it becomes a permanent record with U.S. Customs and Border Protection. You can't change it. It's set in stone. If there are any errors that lead to a denial, it's not just a temporary setback. Those mistakes will continue to haunt you when you apply again. It's like having a bad credit score. It takes time and effort to overcome. And in some extreme cases, you may never be able to travel to the United States because of those mistakes. This is why it's so crucial to put your best foot forward on your very first application. You really only get one shot to get it right. 5, the secret tool that could fast track your waiver application. Lastly, let's talk about ESAFE. If you decide to apply yourself, or even if you're working with a lawyer, ESAFE is something you need to know about. ESAFE is an online processing portal created by U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency. It's designed to speed up the adjudication process for U.S. entry waivers. While you can still submit your application manually at any port of entry, using ESAFE can save you a significant amount of time. Think of ESAFE as the express lane at the grocery store. Sure, you can use the regular checkout, but why would you when there's a faster option available? So, can you apply for a U.S. entry waiver yourself? Yes, you can. Should you? Well, that depends on how confident you are in navigating the process and how much you're willing to risk. Remember, your first application is the most important one. It's an investment in your future in stress-free travel to the United States for years to come. If you're uncertain or need help, it makes sense to consider professional assistance. Now, I have two important things I'd like to ask you to do. First, if you need help with your U.S. entry waiver application, I invite you to schedule a free confidential phone call with me. The link to book is in the description of this video. And two, if you found this information helpful and want to see more content like this, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helps you make an informed decision about your U.S. entry waiver application.